Hi, my name is Ken. It's May 15th, 2023, and just checking in here on my little project down here in Bullseye, New Mexico. Uh, what I'm gonna do here is making some progress on the cistern, and it's pretty much uh, dug out. As we can see here, sun's out, of course. I don't know what I'm doing. But you can see what I'm doing. I want the water the water's going to flow down here. This is all on a slope, like I explained before. And then I've dug out to that nice hard layer here. And I'm just leaving this ridge here in case I get a major downpour while I'm trying to build this thing. And so, pretty much, the cistern, building it is in two major jobs. One's digging it out, and the other one is putting the concrete in it. And I got just this little piece over here to do. Pile of dirt got in the way there. And this will be where my foot is, almost like the top of the cistern down there, the concrete cap. I'll get more in detail about that as it comes along. The doghouse is coming along. The more dirt I have, the more better my doghouse comes along. It's getting deeper and deeper. I kind of was joking with myself yesterday about the doghouse, and maybe like psychologically or something wacko, I'm afraid of like meeting a significant other, and she'll end up over there in the coffee tower, kicking it 15 feet high, and I'll be in the doghouse. That's why I'm making it heated and stuff. Maybe, right? Psychobabble? I don't know. But okay, over here, when I plan this thing out in my mind and stuff, I want to have a view place. You know, it's down below, right? Most of it's underground for for the heat and and the cold in the winter and all that stuff. The sun's probably screwing this up. Of course, it's early in the morning, and but you need a place to go. There's not going to be windows and stuff. You know, you can't just live in a dark, gloomy hole all the time. I'm gonna have a staircase that goes up to my coffee tower where there's gonna be a deck all around it up there. And then on top of that, I've kind of touched base on this also, I think. That's where I'm gonna do a lot of my living up there. I like to write and stuff. And it'll be set up, a nice wooden room up there, insulated and stuff. Is the plan. I got some I had some birds nesting when I was building this last year. I had some birds nesting on my rafters, and I was telling them, hey guys, I'm going to be buttoning this thing in. It rained a little bit, as you can see, yesterday, not much. And so I built them that bird box right there on the fence post. And I put little ledges in it because they're kind of like in the swallow family or something. And I'll be danged if they didn't nest in there. So I got some birds out here. So anyway, I'm gonna go up here and see what's going on here. I built me a crane. kind of like you see in those construction sites where there's a crane going up with the building. And it took some figuring out. It took a little figuring out, but it works good. It's one bucket at a time kind of thing. And my view's getting better and better. But I want to show, in case you go crazy and you say, fuck it, you know? You don't need the banks, and you can still get it done with corporate greed people like Lowe's and Home Depot, you know, taking advantage of something like COVID to like quadruple the prices of stuff. You can still get it done. Yeah. If you want a nice peaceful place to get old. But what I do, sorry about the bitterness, man, but what I do is I form this up 1 foot at a time. It's just how I cut the form boards. And it's a process. I'll make several videos today probably. I got kind of behind, and I just form it up, as you can see. And this platform it's a rising platform, and so every 3 feet I put a 2x4 in. I embed it in the concrete. That's a no-no right there, but you can't get it perfect all the time. Anyway, I embed it in the concrete all the way around. And so that's what this platform's screwed to right now. And I'm about ready to jack this thing up to ground level, I guess is what you'd call it. And then I'll be walking up here at this level after I pour this one. And this right here is the 2x4. Am I doing this right? I never do it right. That's going to be embedded in the concrete when this pour is done today. And these little pieces of wood are so I have something to screw the form board to. And here's my sky crane. Yep, it works just good. It's kind of like any other way you do a project like this, like on a site, is you'd have to rent a pump, a concrete pump, which is one of those big trucks with the big boom you see. And those used to go for about $1,000 an hour, but they probably go for $4,000 an hour now because, you know, of COVID. You know, COVID. But I wouldn't be able to even touch that at $1,000 an hour, and so hence my sky crane and 1 bucket at a time, which I'll demonstrate later. You never know, maybe somebody will watch these things. You know, some people are, and that's cool. And just ideas being thrown out there that might be some guy out there doing something similar, and he goes, hey, that's a good idea, you know. Just helpful. I like I said, I'm not an engineer or an architect or anything like that, but hey, if you want to get it done, you can. You can see the views. I'm getting higher and higher and higher. Like that once again right there will be my water tank entry. It looks really rough, right? It can be rough. It's going to be framed up, kind of like my septic thing got framed up right here. Okay, and it's going to look decent. I know it's it looks rough, but that doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it's strong and waterproof and stuff like that. My panels from the top side, I gotta redo those. I gotta paint those again. I forgot to. And they're upside down in case it hailed last night or yesterday or whatever. They said it was gonna hail, but it didn't. And yeah, that's wanted to kind of show how I was doing this. Is it right way to do it? I don't know. Is it the wrong way? It's working. And like I said, just throwing ideas out there. It's not a me thing. Other guys will do it differently, probably. But I just want a nice, tall coffee tower. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And I built my ladder here. It's going to go up probably about up to the top of that ladder, probably about 6 more feet. So I'll have a nice, tall place up here to observe my domain. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah. So I think this is Ken in the Desert 20. Coffee tower. And I'll do another one today. I always get one side of my head or the other. I'm not by no means a professional with these cameras, but at least I'm just getting the point across. I'm not trying to be a star. And right here on my platform, I'll show you. I got the trap door here, like my escape hatch, in case my ladder blows over. And you kind of see how high it's getting. But that in itself will be another room. I got a staircase from the bottom coming up to that level, which will probably be seen at some point. That's going to be like my utility room down there. And the walls, once again, will be all painted. And I'll have a ladder well coming up the middle of this. Somewhere. I don't know quite where it's going to come up and come out to the coffee deck. It'll just be like a zigzag stairwell that goes up. And I can also, these 2x4s that I'm embedding, I can build off those. My stairwell and whatever comes in there. Just like down there in the bottom. All those 2x4s in the walls, they're embedded in there just like these ones. I might have shown it before, but I've never done that before. I don't know if it's the way to do it, but I have raised this platform once so far, and it works great. They don't go anywhere. The platform's sitting right now on those embedded 2x4s, so I know there's some strength to it. Anyway, Ken in the Desert 20, beautiful morning. You can see my neighbors. The higher up I get, the more my neighbors show up. And do I really want that? Well, might as well. I haven't met anybody bad down here. People seem cool. I'm cool, if I don't say so myself. I'm taking all my scrap little rocks and probably won't show up, but my entry driveway, you can see where I'm putting the rocks on the 2 tire tracks. And eventually I think it's gonna look pretty cool. It's kind of bumpy. I'm discovering some rotten fence posts, but once again, when you're on a budget, I really would have liked to have had. Okay, my eggs are done. I would have liked to have had. Okay. Treated, of course, but I'll fix them with little scabs of treated. Okay, Ken in the Desert 20.